Hi, and welcome back to the Unravel with Me podcast. This is episode 3, and this is a podcast where we're going to unravel the week we just had and talk about finished objects if there are any, works in progress, any future plans for the week ahead of us, and maybe a little bit of life stuff about what we did this week. So the biggest thing I did this week was my craft room. I rearranged some things. I put this brick wallpaper up behind me. I got rid of the purple walls, well, most of them, and I repainted the other walls like a gray beige color. I made some new curtains, and let's see, I hung my pictures back up. I have a reel over on Instagram, but I'll post that in here and you can watch and see what I did this week. If you enjoyed the room tour, back a couple years ago, I decided that this was going to be my yarn room. This was always a craft room, and we actually used it for our t-shirt business for a couple years. And when we shut that down, I took all of our t-shirt inventory out and turned this whole back wall into a yarn wall. And the rest of the room I transformed into a Friends theme. If you look back on my Instagram, you can see a tour. It has Friends, the Friends theme song played. And like I had the green doors, which I have not repainted yet. The door to leave the room actually is dark purple on the inside with the yellow picture frame. If you watch Friends, I had all of my Funko Pops. My husband got me all of the Funko Pops that they have out there for all the characters, and I had them decorating the room. I have posters from the show, and then I had the red brick wall, which is behind the camera, but I was gonna tear all that down and make it white like this one or paint it the grayish color. But in order to do that, I would have to take some hanging racks off of that wall, or one. It's like a towel bar, but I have blankets on it. And I would have to take the TV down. And I'm really not interested in doing that this week. The painting and the rearranging was enough for me. And this wallpaper stuff comes in 17.5-inch strips, and you have to match up the brick patterns when you go, every strip. It was a lot. So I'm done today. I finished today. So anyway, that was the biggest thing I did this week. That's more of a life thing. The second biggest thing I did was a finished object, which is the Be Thankful cardigan. This is not washed or blocked yet. I have never blocked anything. I haven't been knitting for very long. I definitely never did it with crocheting, and I'm just not sure. I need to watch some videos on doing that. But this is the cardigan. I did not put the buttonholes on it. I skipped that part and just went straight to the decreases on here. And yeah, I'm excited. I have not seen my daughter yet that I'm giving it to. So she did try it on the other day when I had the first sleeve done, and it looks like it's gonna fit perfect. It fit her great in the shoulders. I did a size 3. It is still oversized, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I used a Baracco vintage DK weight. No, it is not DK weight. I said that a million times on the other video. It is not a DK weight. I used a Baracco vintage yarn in a worsted weight held with a mohair from Leading Men Fibers. and it just made, this is where it's not a snag or ends, it's where I had to tie in a new ball of yarn. So I do need to weave that in. But other than that, everything's ready to go. So I need to figure out how to wash and block this so I can give it to her when I see her. I am so excited. She's been working a lot of extra time this week, so I didn't get to see her. She is, excuse me, she's a bridesmaid in 2 of my niece's weddings in the next couple months, and they've got bachelorette parties and bridal showers and all of the things. So she's trying to stockpile hours so that she can take off work and be a part of all that. So anyway, that is my finished object. It is a pattern by Lily, I believe it's Lily Kate France. I will put the title along the bottom and I'll put it in the show notes that you can look at afterwards. And yeah, it's a great sweater. I was really scared. It was my first cardigan, but it was super easy. And that leads right into my only work in progress for the week. I did not work on anything else. I started a second sweater. If you watched episode 2, I showed the yarn that I purchased, which is Malabrigo. It's part of the Cancer series. I don't remember what color it is, but I will post it below. I am on my second skein. I bought 4. For this one, I am making a size 1. And I just split off yesterday. Ignore my place marker. That means nothing for this. I was working on the increases at the time. But this is the left side front that I'm working on. And I have the back, the rest of the stitches are being held on one of the sizing things. I just, instead of using spare yarn, I just put those. So anyway, this is where I'm at. I am so excited and I love the colors. I'm only using the Malabrigo yarn. I'm not holding it with anything like the other one. Jordan, who I was originally making this for, really loved the colors of this one, but the mohair was super itchy on her. My other 2 daughters, it did not bother, but Jordan's skin is a little bit more sensitive. So anyway, this was the other one, and then this is the Malabrigo. So the shades are a little different, but it's the same type of look. It's not a solid color, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I've only made one other sweater, so I can't really compare it, but I think I said it in the last video that I never imagined taking a project like that, finishing it, and immediately wanting to do another one. And here I am. And I know that I'm going to have to make a sweater out of this for myself. I don't know if it'll be a cardigan. I do wear cardigans a lot. My oldest calls it my mama form. I wear leggings and a tank top. And for a while I was into sewing my own cardigans. And so I have a lot of them out of the double brushed poly knits, things like that. But I'm going to need something out of this Malabrigo. I'm obsessed. And it's so affordable. Each ball, depending on where you get it from, is anywhere from $15 to $19 or $20. When I buy it locally, it's $20. When I bought the amount that I bought for my kit, when you buy $100 or more, you get a discount. So I ended up paying like $16 each for those. So when you're getting a sweater's quantity, I mean, that's pretty amazing. And these are worsted weight. And the pattern says I will need 4. I think my gauge is a little big, but I haven't checked it. So we'll see. We might be playing yarn chicken, but with the Malabrigo, and it's not like each one is pulling differently anyway, even though I bought them from the same dye lot. I'm not worried if I have to get a 5th ball. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. So that is my only thing that I worked on all this week. I picked it up every day, and I was going to work on another blanket that I have going, but I just couldn't. I was like, let me just get one more section completed or one more increase clump done, and here we are. That's all I did. And one day, I think it was Wednesday, I was not feeling good, and my body was just sore, and I literally laid on the couch all day and all night, and then went to bed and slept all night. So I wasn't sick, I was just sore and just blah. So anyway, did not get any knitting done that day, but that's totally fine. Need to get a drink. We had some canes for dinner tonight. It's Friday, March 13th. I did not say that at the beginning. I really need to learn my introductions. I also don't believe that I said my name is Mandy. So this is your first time here. Hi, my name is Mandy, and this is my podcast, Unravel with Me, where I babble and talk about all my projects, all my future ideas, and some life stuff. My dog is in here with me, and he might start whining to get out in a minute, but he just woke up. And so, nope, he's not going to do anything. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. So my next project that I have been telling myself I'm not going to start until I finish this sweater, but I wasn't supposed to get this yarn until later this month. I did a pre-order from Expression Fiber Arts for a blanket's worth of yarn. The pattern kept coming up on my Facebook, and I would send it to my mom. I'm like, Mom, this is gorgeous. I have to make this blanket. And then I was like, no, I don't have to make this blanket. Stop. You have another blanket. I have like 3 or 4 blankets going. I just finished this blanket. I finished my rainbow blanket upstairs. Don't need another blanket. But I couldn't help it. I woke up one morning and it was just in my brain. I saw the picture again in my scrolling, and I had to buy the yarn. And so I was like, well, it won't come. It'll ship end of March is what their pre-order estimate was for shipping. So I figured I wouldn't get it until April, and my birthday's in April. So I thought that would be perfect, and it could be my April project. Well, it came early. So happy birthday to me. I think I'm going to start. So anyway, the pattern is the Kathleen blanket. And let's see. It's just by Expression Fiber Arts. And once I got it, there was a little introduction to it about the designer and the yarn dyer. And what I really love about this, and it says it's the ultimate knitted blanket. It's worked in Expression Fiber Arts Buttery Bulky. And I'm telling you, this yarn is so gorgeous and soft, and it is chunky. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But it says they named the piece Kathleen after Kathleen Kelly in the classic rom-com You've Got Mail. Kathleen's house is the perfect blend of cozy and classic. This blanket, thrown over the back of a winged armchair, would feel right at home. Amen. Amen, sisters. So I am so excited. I think I'm going to start this tonight. What a great Friday evening project. Both girls are gone at sleepovers. My oldest she does not live here anymore. She's married and has a life of her own, but I still include her when I talk about plans. But she is working tonight, so no chance of seeing her. So here we are. I'm going to start Kathleen, and I'm going to watch You've Got Mail. So here's the yarn. These are the 4 colors. Let me see here. So let's start with this one. This is Alcott Buttery Bulky, and it's like the yellowish golden, and they all have speckles, which I just absolutely love that. And then we have the Mercury Retrograde, which is just beautiful purples and pinks. It's so pretty. And then we've got lavender tea, which has a mixture of the pinks and purples and the blue. Finally got that frog out of my throat, sorry. So there's that one. And then the last one is the blue, which is conch shell. These are just, here, let me pull the sleeves off of all these. So it looks like it starts with either the blue or the golden yellow. So there they all are. The lighting is really weird in here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to work on that. That is my next mission. Let's see, what color do we get to start with? I'll wind that tonight. Color A is Alcott, which was the yellow. So we're gonna start with that. I'll get some of those wound up and we're gonna get started. I'm so excited. So a little bit of life stuff. My two best friends from high school are coming into town this weekend. One of them lives here, and by here, I live in the St. Louis area. Nowhere is close. We live about 35, 40 minutes apart, but we see each other almost weekly. We have Sunday fun day together or Saturday Saturday if we can't meet on Sundays. In the winter, we sit in my hot tub and have drinks and snacks and sit inside and watch TV and scroll on our phones and shop on Amazon. It is fabulous. We do that on, like I said, Saturday or Sunday, usually Sunday afternoons. In the summer, we usually swim out at my in-laws and we don't let the kids come. Now they do because they're older, but we float around the pool. We listen to 90s music and we have a couple spritzers or sodas from the gas station, whatever we feel like that day. And we have snacks and we just talk and it's fabulous. But our other friend lives back where we grew up in Illinois, about 2 hours from here. And she has two young boys who are very active in sports and things like that. And so it's very rare that she gets to come down and join us. So she is actually on her way here now. She worked and is driving here. So I'm so excited for this weekend. So I might have to pop in some clips next week about our weekend and let you see my friends. So our big rip-roaring fun weekend, we're going out for Mexican tomorrow. And, you know, some hot tub time if it's not 8,000 degrees outside already. And we're going to do a puzzle. I found this adorable puzzle on Amazon. I'm trying to get it to not pick up the camera reflection. But it's these cute little gnomes and they're knitting and they've got all their yarn all over them. So I am so excited. I told them, neither of them knit or crochet. I did teach the one that lives further out. I taught her last time she was here how to crochet. I gave her a hook, I gave her some yarn, and showed her how to chain. And I think she's been chaining since she left. And I think she was here in October. I think it was early October because the puppy was super small and he's giant now. It's been a while. So we're going to work on some crocheting again. I told her I might teach her some stitches this time. I think I'm going to teach her how to make a granny square so she can just, I mean, at least when she comes back next time, she'll have a whole thing, I hope, instead of just a 900-foot chain. But we're also gonna work on a puzzle. So I'm so excited. My husband asked, what are you ladies gonna do this weekend? I said, we're gonna do a puzzle. We're gonna go out and get some Mexican and then we're gonna do a puzzle. I don't know. We're crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. So those are my big Friday night plans and plans for this weekend. And then I had an idea for the future because this shelf behind me, move, is kind of empty. Right now, it has this beautiful flower blanket that it's one of the ones that went viral a year, maybe 2 years ago. My daughter made it for me for her wedding. And if you unroll it, it's a huge, I'll have to show it to you guys sometime, but it's a huge blanket, and then it rolls up and it looks like a vase of flowers. And so I have that back there. And then I have this other sunflower back here that I made a year or so ago. And he's in a cute potted thing, well, a cute flower pot that says, "Leave me alone." So he's back there. I was thinking it would be super cute to make a whole shelf of plants or succulents or something to kind of zhuzh up that little area. I don't know. I don't know if it looks too cluttered, if I should just leave it and take everything off of it. I don't know. I'm not good about that. But I have these kits from Amazon. I found them on Amazon a while ago, and I just think they're adorable. So I was thinking, here's the other one. I was thinking maybe for a future episode, I could do a review on these, or at least one of them, and see how they go. These are, let's see. It says it's crochet kit for beginners, and I'm pretty well versed in amigurumi crocheting because I've made and sold a ton of those, so I'm not worried about that. So we'll see. Oh my gosh, aren't these adorable? These tiny little mini skeins of yarn. And then we've got this. I'm actually oh, it says there's crochet hooks. I was gonna say I'm actually really excited that there's no crochet hooks in here because I didn't want to use theirs, and there isn't one in here. So that's weird. I must be missing a bag. Did it get in the other one? So this kit, here's the yarn, the little guy. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, that was open. Okay, so it comes with the crochet hook, the safety eyes, the scissors, and some of those. So I guess we'll be doing that kit because the other one does not have anything in it as far as those things go. I could still, but both, no. These are both the same guys. So yeah, we're gonna make one of these for a future episode. So that's future plans. So anyway, we're gonna put all this away. And I am going to get to winding some yarn before my friend gets here. And I am going to get started on this new Kathleen blanket. I'm so excited. So anyway, if you have any ideas of, if you think that's going to be a good idea to put the plants behind me, or I can make them, see how it looks. If they don't work there, they'll find a home somewhere. I can gift them or find another place in the house for them. So let me know what you think. And it might just be something that we look and we don't know until they get here, until they're done. So thank you for joining me for episode 3. And I hope to see you back for episode 4. I'm thinking the next one, like I said, will be kind of a week in the life. I'll have some clips of me working on some items, show you some progress, but make sure and follow me over on Instagram. It's Unravel With Me Podcast. And I do show updates, not necessarily daily. I'm trying to get better about that. So follow me over there, like and subscribe here so that you can get notified when new videos come out. And until next time, have a great weekend. And if I don't see you till next week, have a great week. Bye.